Hello to all Ghana-loving Ghanaians from all around the world. Welcome to Nasij, where it's all about country and people for the betterment of Mother Ghana. Welcome. And in the interest of Ghana must work, Ghana doesn't work. We want Ghana to work. Let's share the video to other Ghana-loving Ghanaians. Subscribe to the channel for more patriotic views from country and people point. Today we're gonna weigh in on the Galamsey trouble issue problem that has become I'm not sure what to say, but it has become it's beyond disturbance now. Health issues is at stake, farming, agriculture. The ecosystem is threatened by these activities, and we're going to speak from a country and people point, as well as raise questions with respect to some of the headlines out in the papers. Welcome. And we will not finish without raising questions about the impossible Aisha Haung. From where we are, we're wondering what is so difficult about making a decision on this woman. And there are allegations, and I don't want to jump the gun, so I will just pick the facts and then say what needs said. But this whole issue, we want to pin it down to mentality and mindset. And it seems like we're not even doing anything to change the trajectory of the mentality and mindset of us Ghanaians. Why do we say that? How are we raising our children from the schools? What are we making them to think and to see Ghana to be? You know, some of the evidence available, for instance, the soldiers involved defending and protecting these individuals that are destructive to our natural resources, even though life is at stake, agriculture is at stake, the ecosystem is threatened, can only be likened to a distorted mindset and mentality. Because the evidence of these activities is readily available. This is not an allegation anymore. It's not a speculation anymore. The state of the waters. The reduction in cocoa production that has been publicized and likened to the Galamsey activities that is being taken to another level by the arrival of the Chinese, it is alleged, because when they came, they were more medium range, more sophisticated equipment like excavated, water pumps, various small scale equipment that has taken the illegal or small scale mining, illegal mining that is now called small scale mining, because some of the instances it is said some of these people have been given license. Why do you license somebody to destroy and to put the lives of Ghanaians at stake? As a matter of fact, the small scale mining license scheme have to be stopped. It needs to be scrapped. It's not working. That's a fact. How much do Ghana get from registering people to go on this destructive journey? How much? And in their proceeds, these things are sold illegal, even though I have seen some of the reports that some of these illegal mining activities, the gold extracted ends up in the main dealer, the main dealer of gold in Ghana, they tend to buy from these people. So they are encouraging the crime to continue. If these people don't have buyers, what do you think will happen? Look at the water bodies, the aerial view, notwithstanding politicizing the issue, people making a laugh out of it. Life is at stake. There are dangerous chemicals that are going into the water. Mercury, cyanide, mention them. And we're playing game with these? If this continues, maybe in 10 years' time, we're not going to have a forest. In 10 years' time, we're not going to be producing cocoa at all. So when you hear in the news to say that the government is losing the fight on Galamsey, what about us, the country people, who are encouraging these people? Because these Chinese people don't know the in and out of Ghana. Somebody led them there. Not to also forget the fact that the involvement of the soldiers, even though the military came on the news saying that they are not, but the video evidence is there that they were there. They were protecting these people. They were preventing the task force from carrying out their exercises. So it's not enough for the military to come out and say, we did not and we are not. So what is that we are seeing in the videos? It is appalling. And to all those that are, because in one of the videos, as you can see in this video, that gentleman who is the soldier that was attached or detached to those group of people with evidence of destruction going on, he made a call to somebody. Definitely he's calling somebody up high. And in less than 5 minutes, the whole place was flooded with soldiers, reinforcement to make sure the task force did not carry out their exercises. The soldiers, the military, has sworn allegiance to country and people to defend them both domestically and internationally. Yet, with the evidence before their eyes that Ghana is under attack, Ghana is being destroyed by this activity, either by Ghanaians or by foreigners like Chinese, yet they are protecting them. They carry on destroy. It's a repugnant behavior. And whosoever is up there authorizing these events to carry on should be ashamed of themselves, and it's a repugnant attitude that needs to be stopped immediately. Look at the photographs of the comparison between what the water used to be and what it is now. The area view of destructions going on. This is unacceptable. And it's not a partisan thing. There's not going to be left or right over this. Because if we continue on the left and right of this, there's not going to be any forest left. Some statistics I came across says that Ghana's cocoa production since 2021-22 has reduced drastically, up by, in percentage-wise, 31%. 31%. And that's attributed to 19,000 to 20,000 hectares of cocoa farms that have been destroyed by this madness of illegal mining, or whatsoever they want to call it, small-scale mining. The small-scale mining licensing scheme needs to be stopped. It is not working. It is destroying the country. What is the debate there? What do we need? We will come to Aisha Haung's aspect of the matter, but she's not the only person at work. And Galamsey has always been there, but not on the scale with what the evidence of destruction that we are seeing. The arrival and the proliferation of the Chinese illegal stroke small-scale mining has taken this thing to another level, destructive level, with no restraint at all. And then you come in the news and say government is losing. How many Chinese are in Ghana? How many of them are involved? And we don't have the capacity to stop this? Stop the small-scale, the so-called small-scale licensing scheme for mining. It's not working. Is this how Ashanti Goldfields work? All the bigger mining companies, this how Have we ever seen the waters looking like this? It is evident and proof positive that these, whether they are in bed with some officials from high levels where they share the booty of whatever it is that they're doing, the distraction, the proceeds of the distraction, who does that? And it's not like the distraction, the water bodies is going to stop. It's going to come down all the way to Accra. The waters, they link. So this is not localized. It's going to be spreading as these people continue to pump the contaminated water into our rivers. It will arrive in Accra and other parts of Ghana. And we can't take sides on this. And we can't just be on the internet making comments, partisan comments. We should be upset. We should be angry that our officials are refusing. I say they are refusing to sit up to deal with this matter. Let's look at some of the captions we have. This is from Professor Kwesi. Galamsey fight won't go anywhere until we deal with structures. I agree. Structures as well as mentality and mindset. For military, for the soldiers to go and defend and protect and preserve these people, sitting down watching them whilst they are destroying the land, the forest, and the waters right before their eyes. It's a structural issue. And when the task force arrives, the soldier there will pick a phone and call somebody up high. He in turn instructs additional enforcement, and they arrive and shut down the operation. It's a repugnant behavior. It's a destructive attitude from whoever is involved with this. And we should not tolerate it. And this one is how he have to say. He said, Aisha Haung is a Chinese state spy sent to destroy cocoa sector. It's possible because, understandably, China is now producing cocoa. Perhaps they don't want Ghana to be their competitor, because up until now, Ghana used to be the leading cocoa supplier by virtue of the General Surplus Act from Tetekwashi, which, if you go down this channel, you will see a video about the Memorial Day of Kwame Nkrumah, where we mentioned Tetekwashi as well. If by one man's act, Ghana became the leading producer of cocoa, and by the acts of many, when I say many, all governmental officials, but the actions and inactions of all our governmental officials, the act of one man is being eroded before our own eyes. It's a shame. The director of Faculty of Academic Affairs and Research at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center has alleged that Galamsey, look at what we even call her, Kingpin. We have priced her Kingpin. Aisha Haung and her accomplice are Chinese state agents who are on a mission to destroy Ghana's cocoa. What are we going to do about that? It's not like China is arriving in Ghana with their military sophistication and say, Ghana, you will bow, we will do whatever we want to do. These are just few Chinese nationals, and we can't handle them. 31% reduction in cocoa production. 19,000 to 20,000 hectares of cocoa farm has been destroyed. Not only that, it is also said, I read it somewhere, that the laws are being changed. And if this nonsense doesn't stop, means that it is possible Ghana's cocoa will not be welcome in the international market anymore. By one man's act, even though we've been producing cocoa all these years, we cannot account good roads, schools, education system to how much revenue it has generated. Yet, that source of revenue is going to go if we don't check this. And I'm not sure what is so difficult about it for us to make a decision to scrap this small-scale mining scheme. For whatever reason it is there, it is not working. He again said, fishing Aisha Haung alone will not solve the problem. That is true, because she's not the only one. even if she's in a team of people, taking her alone or using her as a scapegoat is not resolving the problem. Our own military defending, protecting, and preserving these individuals to carry out these destructive activities. We should start with that. Not detaching soldiers. Is it Captain Mahama is the name? It was this gold detachment or illegal mining activities, whether they were going there to protect the mines, whatever it is, that resulted in his death. The real story of what he was doing there, I don't have it, but it's got something to do with these illegal mining activities. Whether they were there to stop it, they were detached to protect them, whatever it was, he was there and got killed by the mobs of that village. He said, Aisha Haung does not operate on her own, and everyone involved in her business must be exposed as well. Now, we need to take Professor Enim's assertions seriously, because this man is at an advantageous position as far as security matters is concerned. So if he is alleging that Aisha Haung is a Chinese spy, we might as well take it seriously. Because when you look at some of the videos, when you look at the pictures, it seems that this is a deliberate act, pumping the wastewater from whatever it is they are doing in extracting. It seems like it's a deliberate act to push the water into the rivers. Dr. Joseph Oben said, foreigners taking undue advantage of weak laws to rip off Ghana. That's true. I always say that it is not because we don't have laws in Ghana. It is not because we don't have regulations, but we don't enforce them. And again, I'll attribute that to mentality and mindset. Everybody wants to eat, even where they did not sow. Corruption. From the airports, teachers, admission is even, corruption is involved in admission of students. So it's true. If we're not going to enforce the laws, if you're not going to enforce the regulations, what's the point in enacting them? Even the man who is tasked with the responsibility of enforcing the law goes out to the field and take a bribe and walk away. It's a mentality issue. For instance, soldiers rushing to a field having evidence of destruction has been caused to the forest, to the water bodies, yet will tell the task force agents to say, get out of here, or we will beat you up, or they actually molested them. Look at it in the video. They molested them and asked them to leave. And tell me that's not a mentality and mindset issue. From the soldiers right down to the one up the chain giving the command. If we don't revise and renew the way we train our children, because this whole thing has got to do with a distorted mindset of human resource that is at work. Why? What? Do we hate ourselves so much? Is that what it is? Let's look at some few more headlines. This is BBC News Pidgin. What you need to know about the trial of Aisha Haung, where they face accused of illegal mining for Ghana. What do they have to say? Make I read some small pidgin. One of the accused person standing trial in the case of Aisha Haung collapsed for court. 4 accused persons, including the main suspect, Aisha Haung, be they court on Wednesday to answer for changes relating to illegal mining activities. That's not much, but it's okay. That's what they have to write. Why is it? Of course, the legal rep of Aisha Haung also have reasons to say what he have to say. Of course, he's doing his job. But our government cannot put evidence together to prosecute this person or to deport her. Then that is a serious failure. There is a serious failure. No wonder Dr. Oben is saying that this issue is got to do, what did he say? Let me go back there so that I'll say it properly how he has said it. He says what? Foreigners taking undue advantage of weak laws to rip off Ghana. Right there. Aisha Haung was repatriated in 2018 upon Nkrumah. That's what he said. Okay, when she was deported 2018, how did she come back into the country? Okay, again, comes back to what I'm saying. Mentality and mind is a set issue. If our borders, the people mandated with the responsibility of defending our borders, could accept some sort of money, bribe, their integrity, their allegiance could be bought to allow a foreign individual who is alleged to be a spy on a mission to destroy our ability to generate revenue, then there is a serious problem. But now I'm attributing it to mindset and mentality. This hungry mindset and mentality reasons everybody wants to build a mansion. Even if he does not have a job that can generate enough revenue to build it, he have to make sure he makes money on the job one way or the other. And sometimes that leads some of them to accepting bribe at the expense of their responsibility to defend country and people. And it's a shame. According to him, she was put on a flight and she exited Ghana jurisdiction. Mr. Nkrumah said in a radio interview, monitored by Graphic Online. That was on the 13th September. So how did he get back into the country? These are basic questions. Okay, so if it is proven that he got back into the country without any legal paperwork, why is it taking it so difficult? Why is this so difficult for her to be repatriated or thrown out of the country? Why? What's difficult about that? Or we can't make a decision. Aisha Haung conundrum. Shame of Ghana. It is. It is a shame. Partly because of the repugnant behavior from some very high-ranking officials who are in on these things. Because for a soldier to be detached to a place where distraction is going on, and for the task force to be prevented from exercising their responsibility by just a phone call to somebody up the ladder, it is a shame. Ghana Web. Why NDC regional minister ordered the release of excavators to Aisha Haung in 2016? Whether it's NDC regional minister or MPP regional minister, remove the party labels. This person is on a mission destroying our country. It has nothing to do with party. It could be anybody that is in that office. What is the justification for the release? What is the justification for the release? That's the question we have to ask. Aisha Haung sneaked out of Ghana, the prosecutors said. What are they saying here? The manner in which Chinese illegal miner, you even call her illegal miner. But I thought they said she was given license to. She was given a small-scale licensing. Aisha Haung departed Ghana following her arrest in 2017 has been a subject of controversy. Ms. Haung, according to the prosecution, in her trial, sneaked out of the country, which truncated her prosecution. How could she sneak out of the country? Where is our immigration officers? Which border did she pass through? Which airport? Did she pay somebody to get out of the country? If it is true, as is been alleged by the prosecutors. Dr. Oben is right. Our laws are not being enforced. Our regulations are just on paper. And that's not good enough. All Africa, this is what they have to say. We didn't give Aisha Haung visa, Ghana's ambassador to China. The ambassador of Ghana to China, Dr. Winfred Ni Okain Hammond, on Thursday stated that the embassy of Ghana in Beijing has nothing to do with En Haung, also known as Aisha Haung, returned to Ghana. Our embassy in China is saying they did not issue her visa. Okay, how did she get into a plane in China? So could it be true that China's government have arranged for her arrival in Ghana? Because to pass by the immigration officers in the airport in China, Ghana doesn't have control over that one. So if there was no evidence that he has particulars to her destination, yes, she was boarded, could it be that Professor Kwesi Nim is right, that she is a Chinese spy on a mission to destroy our ability to generate revenue from cocoa production? Because our ambassador in China is saying we did not issue her any visa, but she arrived in Ghana somehow. Not only did she just get on board, she arrived in Ghana, and somehow in Ghana too, she was allowed to enter without visa. We have to check our mindset and mentality. We have to check our allegiance to country and people, our integrity to defend country and people. This behavior, from wherever it's coming from, whichever governmental officials involved, the military on top of it, is a repugnant behavior, is unacceptable, and it is a shame just as this is carried in the Ghana, modern Ghana online. Aisha Haung conundrum, a shame of Ghana. It is. Look at the pictures as the pictures were coming and going. Look at it. The evidence of destruction is real. And there's no need for the government to continue, Ghana to continue the small-scale mining licensing scheme. It is destructive scheme. The people don't have the know-how, whether it is deliberate as it is alleged that the Chinese are in Ghana with one purpose, to destroy Ghana's ability to produce cocoa, or they just don't know how to handle and manage the waste from their activities. Therefore, the small-scale mining activity needs to shut down. And the military's involvement in protecting, preserving these people, our men in uniform, yes, somebody is going to argue that they are under instruction. No. When your boss gives you an instruction that is destructive, that questions your pledge, you have every right to refuse. Yes, you do. Why? Look at the pictures. Look at the videos. It's a shame. It's unacceptable. And if nothing is done in the now, maybe not even 10 years, we will not have a forest. We may not even have drinkable water. And this is all of us on board. When Galamsey was just Ghanaians using their small-scale tools, cutlass, hoes, and shovels, our waters were not like that. I'm not justifying it that was okay. But when the arrival of the Chinese with excavators and all the other medium, small-scale mining equipment, this is the state of our water. health is at stake, the ecology is at stake, the forest is at stake, the cocoa is going, and we are politicking. Renewing your mindset and mentality. Ghana deserves better. Anyway, till we come your way, God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the Fourth Republic. And please, do like the video, share with other Ghana-loving Ghanaians, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you all.